All right. Space tacos. No, I don't know what that means. Okay. Let me see. I'm going through some other comments here. Can you please tell me where to start and how to gain experience? So that's what this whole thing is about. If you've been watching me week after week, what I've been talking about is how governance, risk, and compliance is in your sector already. And what I'm telling people is like, start where you are, which means if you're in banking, there's an IT department. If you're a trash collector, sanitation engineer, there's an IT department there. If you are a teacher, if you are a student, if you are a college student, if you, no matter where you happen to be, there's an IT department. What I'm telling people to do is exactly what I did, which was when I was in the military, I was a glorified security guard. I was a security forces member. I mean, I shouldn't talk shit about security forces. It was they serve an awesome purpose. It's a hard job. They're first responders. And for a while they were teaching all of the branches of the military. So it's a dope thing to get into, and I learned a lot there. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to be a weapons specialist. So I got the opportunity to cross train, is what we called it, make a lateral move to the IT department of the Air Force. And that's what I'm telling other people to do, you guys to do. If I can do it, you can do it too. I was a grunt. You know, my ASVAB scores weren't very high. You know what I mean? So I had to retake it in order to qualify. I'm not saying this to put myself down or anything. You know, I'm a very hard worker. I'm just saying, if I can do it, you can do it. There's no excuse. Like, if I can make a lateral change from one of the grimiest grunt parts of the Air Force, right? We were frowned upon. Like, people talk mad shit about security forces. We don't get any love. It's a super hard job. And don't get me wrong, like, some of the smartest, most amazing heroes I've ever met were security forces members and who are MPs. It's not an easy job, and they take so much shit. It's hard, which is part of the reason why I didn't want to do it. But I'm saying, if I can do it, you can do it too. You make a lateral change in the IT. That's where you should start. If I were you, that's where I would start. I'll start where you are. Look for the IT department, right? Governance, risk, and compliance is such a broad term. It's so broad that it really has room for everyone. It has touched your life, even if you weren't the one writing the policy. You had to be the one signing the policy saying, yea, verily, I will not download porn on my system. I will only use this laptop for the purposes of, that's part of GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. Because that's what they do, is they take a part of the policy and they put that into a user agreement. You're signing off on the user agreement, which is part of governance, risk, and compliance. So all of us have been exposed to it. And I'm telling you, start wherever you happen to be. You're in, more than likely, you've been a part of some field or some industry that has a huge part, that governance, risk, and compliance is a huge part of what you do. He said, I'm trying to get into a space and really need it, into this space and really need, yeah, start with information technology, start with the IT department, because that's going to give you your best way to get your foot in the door to specialize into this field.